Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to LEGO The Hobbit. So, last time we had some trouble. There was a race that started right about here for a mithril brick and it took me several tries to get it done. Just very easy to fall off. There's a area when you crawl through this that leads you up to the top of this building, and then on the one side you have to hop to get a crank, then you have to hop around the other direction to get to the place where the crank goes to open up this stairway so that you can walk through here. And I haven't been through here, but I bet it takes me right to the mithril brick. Yes, it does. Okay. So I said I would get those off screen, and it was worth the extra 15 minutes to do that off screen. Last time we did this level in free play, and we got everything right. Yeah, we got everything. We have score times 48 now, with score times 2, score times 4, and score times 6 all multiplying against each other. I believe there's 2 more levels to do, this one and this one, so let's do this one. Now what we're trying to find here is the almost all the mini kits and 3 of the items, and then the second section is just 1 item and the missile design. But well, on top of that, we're trying to find, I would say, somewhere close to 8 million studs. That's my hope, that we can get very lucky with the multipliers and have enough that we could then run around the world, find score times 8, unlock it, and then that will allow us to play with all the multipliers except for score times 10, and then maybe in the last level we'll have enough studs to get score times 10. If we could even overshoot it, that would be better, because even if we do on the last level get score times 10, we've just unlocked it and don't really have anything to do to pick up studs. We'll have to just run around the world collecting mithril bricks, which we were going to have to do anyways, but I'm still not sure that's going to get us anywhere close to the 10 billion studs that the achievement is asking for. That this time in particular, since you can buy and kind of need to buy loot, it's become a even more ridiculous goal. 10 billion just is a number made up from nowhere. Let's see, I was thinking Gandalf might have something there to light up. And what they really needed was a marketplace. If I could have traded, I have like 500 rocks in comparison. So if I could have traded half the rocks, it's like for other things. Can Sauron use the ring? Nope. So only he can use the ring. We're at 100,000 immediately. That's good. So it's not beyond it that we could get 8 million in this level. Just have to play as thoroughly as, or maybe a little bit more thoroughly than we have been playing the rest of the game. Now, grinding with the score multiplier now makes a lot less sense to try and do that as, let's see, through the bonus level, which only gives us 1 million. As soon as I get one more score multiplier, 1 million is not going to be fast enough, and even right now 1 million is not fast enough. Alright. Believe Sauron can take this place out. Yep. Nice section here. Want to break everything I can break. It really is mindless playing Lego games. When you just get down to it and think about it, it's just like run around and hit the X button at everything you can. Don't worry, you'll eventually get it. So I got one purple stud, and that one purple stud alone got us up to got us up 480,000 studs with the times 48, because 1,000 times 48 would equal that. Here's a design of like a trophy shelf that should have been used in some other place. We're up 1,000,000 already. Good. There's quite a lot of things around here. See, it gets really ridiculous. It's like all the collectibles are in a section you didn't even notice existed. It might as well not be in the story play mode at that rate. If you can't access it or even really notice it until you're playing in free play. Oh, Sauron, ball of fire can't start a fire apparently. Oh man. He's stuck. I don't think I can activate it either. I may have to run out of this area and back in. Just because the tracking got stuck there. There we go. Sweet, sweet studs, give them all to me. Yeah, I've got to run out and run back in now. Switch to the dragon. Try this again. I want to stand right in the right place this time. I don't think the dragon can pick it up. There we go. And then there's another one over here. And it seems the rest are in other places, but that was quite a lot. Quite a lot there in that one room. Let's see. Break things. That doesn't make any sense. I must have unlocked that ladder out of the water. Switch through here. Smash. Come down this way. Get another purple one, so now we're up to 2,000,000. We're almost up to 2,000,000. Was this a Morgul blade thing? It just looks like there's an effect there for no reason. Come on, elf. Where are you? Nope, I guess I can't go that way. I guess I have to climb back up this direction. Back through here. so many people that cycle through. There, nope. Man, I feel like I'm losing my skills in this game. I don't know if it's the case, if that's really the case, or if maybe something else is going on. Maybe I'm just slowly, the game is draining the last bit of my skills out of it. Oh, what in the world was that? I have no idea. The game decided to throw me backwards. My fall rescue decided to save me by moving me forward. Alright. We need somebody that can dig to fix this wall. Come on, pieces. This game is bugging out again. Yet again, almost every recording. Almost every recording we have seen something. Not always a fatal crash. Not always something that was consistent or horrible. But undoubtedly, every level, every time we played, we've seen something that's slightly off. There we go, got a flaming flail. Good alliteration there. Good rhyming. So there was one thing over here. We need 2 guys to work together on. So combine, hobbits, combine. With your powers combined, you can take down this wall. And then uncombine to actually get in here and get the collectible. Here's that guy. I guess he has to hit X, and then he has to hit A to get enough strength to pull it down. To go through here. Mithril bow time. This is one of those levels too, it's like nothing's happening. No bad guys at all. If it was about 50-50, I could almost excuse it. If half the time you were constantly being attacked by creatures, I guess it kind of would make sense then. But it's like 80% of the time there's not a single character attacking you. Or you get one at the very end. I'm probably exaggerating a little bit, but not by much in this game. Let's see. There, that's the way you would get back up there. Let's see. We're at 280,000 or thereabout. Another purple one gets us to 3,200,000, 3,200,000 studs. So where are we on collectibles now? We need one more item and one more. Let's see. One more crafting design. I think we have all the minifigs. Keep going up, keep going up. Smash some things. So you can see how once you get the score multiplier, it makes a major difference. But you have to do it quickly. You can't wait till you've already played everything in free play, or you're going to end up playing everything in free play a third time just for studs. And that would be a waste of energy and effort.
All those who doubted us through this day.
See, and this character feels like he made all kinds of speeches in the movie, and it's just like none of that gets translated. And you could do gags. You could certainly have him start a speech and then the audio just dim out and nobody pay any attention to him at all. And then he would just wildly gesture at the back. Let's see. So we know where the last item is. We need to find where the design is. It's up there. Okay. So that means we need to build this. Spin this. This is, I think, maybe the first time that I've ever seen gears under the ground connected to these spinners. One assumed that's how it worked, but nobody's ever actually bothered to show it. I thought the spikes were going to come in and out on their own, but actually they're just part of the system. Interesting. Right now, elf, where are thee? I think I may have already seen the elf. 1, 2, 3. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Hop in here. Think you can light up the area just fine, Sauron. That's all the other objects. So let's go ahead and push this. Start a fire again, I believe. With a grindstone flint. And this may actually be the end of the level. I think it is. Wow. We've been playing barely 18 minutes.
Where is it?
It's no good. Can't be opened before.
So, in a level like this where it's incredibly empty and there's just like nothing going on, if we can get 18 million, then we didn't get 18 million, we got 3 million. I don't even know where I got 18 from. If we can get 3 million from this level in 18 minutes, then some of the longer levels, if we did have to run through them all again, you have a decent chance to get 10 billion. Open that door quickly.
Come on!
This secret passage is very much just reused in the Lord of the Rings, isn't it? There's a secret passage into Mordor, there's a secret passage into to where Smaug is. It's kind of repetitive. So we're now up to 5 million before we even get the bonus for getting all the mini-kits. Now the mini-kits may give us 1 million or 2 extra on top of it. Friendship slippers, interesting. The bread douche and the pom-poms. Interesting. And the dragon kite. I know somebody was looking for the dragon kite. And we got another mithril hammer hands, I suppose is probably what you would use to open the big orange handles that we've seen in a very few places. How many is that going to give us? So 7.5 million. Now we're rather set. If we could go find the red brick for score times 8, that should be our next goal before doing anything else. But I have to figure out where it is. So could it be this? We also need to turn that in. I also probably need to buy some studs. Well, spend some studs on buying some loot, but I'll leave that alone for now. I might be able to get away with not doing any more purchasing of loot. Let's see. Run up here. I need to change to Legolas at some point in this. Ooh, here's a purple one. So that one purple one, if we could find a few, like 2 places where relatively close to where you would land by the eagle, there's a purple stud. You might be able to fly back and forth between those 2 purple studs, and while it would be a little bit of a waste of time, with the score multiplier it would be a lot faster than your next best option, which would be running around in the bonus level. But that may not be your next best option. See, there's like one here. So if I float that way, and one there, float that way, I think I've got enough here. So please make this be score times 8. Nope, it's not, but we'll buy it anyways. Next thing we could do is go here, fly way up, to fly way down. Let's see. Climb up this section. Turn in this quest.
Well, clap me sideburns. That's my husband's dragon kite. You've no idea how happy he'll be. Between that business with the undead and the missing kite, I don't think he's been enjoying this trip very much. Here, I picked this up as a souvenir, but you should have it.
Okay. So there's a new question mark here, and so I should go check out what this is, because this is probably something I already have. It's not, however.
Ah, hello again. Yes, the missus and I are still here. In fact, I'm trying to think of a way to thank her for getting my missing kite back. It looks like there was some kind of ride here back in the day. That might be something she'd like. Maybe we can fix up a new one.
Let's see if we can afford this. We have enough for that. Do we have enough copper? No, we don't. So that quest can't be done. That's what I figured. I'm gonna end up purchasing more stuff. Let's go this way, I guess. To Lake Town. Get this red brick, whatever it is. I don't think it's score times 8, but I don't know where it is. I think I got it, and so much has happened since. Let's see, run this direction. Nope. Needed to run this direction. These birds are quite nice. After looking at them for a while. Attract studs. I guess I should turn that on. Let's see. Attract studs. Regenerate hearts, I leave that off. Snake flails, we'll turn that on. And always loot silver, always loot emeralds. We haven't done 2 of those at the same time, but I assume they would work together.
Thank you.
So if I had them
My
all,
son
well,
puts
that
on
might
great
help.
face, but I believe we could all use something to brighten our days in these dark times. Those little fireflies are so cute.
Another mithril brick done. Let's see. So we've got a couple of quests and things over here. See, now that we're getting close, everything's gonna change a little bit. I hope I have enough fish for this. I should have enough fish. I want this solved. There, 100 fish. That was right, good. Is this thing just gonna drop studs non-stop? No, I think it just gave us back enough studs to purchase the 100 fish we just spent. That would make sense. I'm hoping these 2 question marks don't involve or require me to jump up to the tops of the buildings.
Hello again. Now that the cheery yodeling of that funny little shield has perked me up, I'm ready for a challenge. And if the master won't do anything about our rotting houses, then I'll just fix mine up myself. Could you knock those crates of timber my way? Mind the holes in the floor though, won't you? That stuff isn't cheap.
Okay, a little bit of a puzzle. We need to crates of timber. So I think we need to first switch to somebody that can hammer smash, obviously. Why it didn't let me do that immediately, I don't know. Hammer smash this ice this way, I think, and then hammer smash this way, and then hammer smash it this way, and then hop over here, smash it that way. I didn't check. I should have checked. I have to do this right or I'm gonna make a mess of this. There we go. I think that fixes that. Smash it this way. Smash it that way.
Thanks again. Oof. This supervising business is hard. I think it's time for a tea break. Where's that husband of mine when I need him?
Let's not fall in the water if we can avoid it. Looks like there's a heavy lifting quest and a quest here. Both are sending me the same direction, so let's get these. I guess there are just more quests than I thought. I still need that score multiplier though. So I'm probably wasting my time and playing inefficiently here.
Ugh, that reckless cousin of mine. I told him not to pick a fight with those spiders in the woods. He went and did it anyway. Now they've come and pinched him away, leaving a horrible trail of web in their wake. Please, you have to save him.
So follow the webs. I guess he was right about the spiders coming back for revenge. Let's see, this way. All kinds of spiders. I guess we'll run this guy back to where he's supposed to be, and then we'll run back and do this other quest.
Oh, bless my beard. You managed to rescue him. Well, thank thunder you're all right. Next time you pick a grudge, pick something that doesn't have enormous relatives living in the woods. Which reminds me, a passing elf mentioned a particularly deadly creature he was hunting. If you see him, I'm sure he could use some help.
See, interesting, there's a chain here of quests that are unlocking. Which means there could be a long list of quests I haven't just done yet.
My wife's rebuilding our house. She's sent me out for more timber. But look at me. Do these arms look like they've moved anything heavier than a loaf of bread to you? If I had the fabled stone giant gloves of High Pass, perhaps. Like
Do I have that object?
Maybe if I gather enough matchsticks. I can't believe you actually found some stone giant gloves. I'll come clean. They're actually for me to help tidy the shed. But I'll round up some timber as well. I promise.
There we go. And doing all of that finally unlocks the red question mark over here. So whatever this extra was, we couldn't have gotten it until this point.
Thanks again for those gloves you got me before. My wife and I are making progress with
You
that.
moved really
Or
fast
rather,
there.
We were.
Actually, I think he's in the background on the right too.
Kind of made a chimney out of them. Sorry to trouble you again, but could you forge me some mithril hammer hands as a replacement? I'll tell you how to find more diamonds on your travels.
So he wants something I don't have. Good. That puts us in a good position here. Let's see if we can get into a boat and make it to that. See what that is. Run this way. In this boat we go. We're almost to 10 million or 10 billion. It's an interesting thing. I'll have to see next time I get some studs. I think 10 million.
My boat was a total wreck after those goblins made off with it, so it looks like I'm off boat shopping. And those things don't come cheap.
Oh, that reminds me. Supposedly, a mithril booty blade is a great thing to have when you need to make some fast money. Or booty, rather. If you want and forge me one, I'll tell you how to make your fiercest foes look ridiculous.
So if I make the mithril booty blade, I bet you get studs every time you hit somebody. Let's fly to this point. Now I have like 30 mithril bricks, and certainly enough studs I could go spend a lot of studs and make some more stuff. But I'd prefer not to quite yet. I'm gonna run this way until I see this guy. Where's this guy? Come out from hiding, guy. There you are. And there's the red brick. What is it? Middle Earth Carnival. I don't know what that even does. Would there be any reason to go there? No. Come over here. There is a question mark here. And some question marks here. I don't think so though. Let's instead see what this is by flying to this location. There's really no reason to start new quests until we find that score multiplier. I still don't feel like we've done this right. I think we failed. I've failed to efficiently play this game, and because of that I'm gonna have to grind like crazy to get up to the amount to get up to 10 billion for that achievement. There's also several other achievements like buddying up with every single character that just hasn't happened. Using Gandalf's staff 50 times I don't think has happened. These are all relatively things that could be done given an hour or two of extra play. Not interesting things to do on screen, and like that's invincibility. So yeah, that's not it either. Maybe it's this one. If it's not that one, then I'll have one more look at the map, and then I will have to assume I haven't done it yet. We'll run to the blacksmith after getting this last red brick, and then we'll just forge some more items. At the very least we can turn things in, get more things. I suppose this area is a great place to go. It is full of studs. There are some decent places where you could loot, get loot too. Yeah, so Bree might be your best location. Just run around that area. Here we go, score times 8, and we're kind of lucky here. It was 10 million. So if I hadn't run around a little more than I really thought was necessary, then we wouldn't have gotten it. I got lucky there. So let's see. I want to turn this on, and then I also want to turn on Middle Earth Carnival. And let's see what that is.
Concealment lies over this place. Do not enter that mountain without me.
These are dark spells, Gandalf.
Not since a darker power ruled these lands.
Oh, so it's like a dubstep. Everybody's dancing. See, this was the case in
Bilbo Baggins.
Lego Lord of the Rings too. You had to bring out an item to make people dance around you, and they had this whole extra song.
Hobbit, you've got these items that need forging. Head on over to the blacksmith.
Not the same Hobbit I once was.
Tell me, Gandalf, did you think these plans and schemes of yours would go unnoticed?
Not the same Hobbit I once was.
See, this is actually a really good song, and I hope it's actually playing and didn't have to be removed because of the stupid YouTube problems, content ID and copyright claims. It's, if you can't hear it, it's a dubstep, and it's pretty good. It's better than the one in Lego Lord of the Rings, which was slightly and just all here. I am gonna have to turn it off though. Here in a second. See, what's really crazy is this game can't handle that. Look at all the color. Like, this game should not be able to do this much overlaying and lighting without crashing completely. I am amazed this is working at all.
Not the same Hobbit I once was.
For as much of the other bugs we've seen in this game, why is this working? This is trippy too. This is trippy. And there's a lot of dialogue in this song that is not in the game. How do we get up to the top of this?
Not the same Hobbit I once was.
Look at the birds. Look at the city over there.
Over this place. Do not enter that mountain without me.
Yeah, and it just went around in a circle. Alright, so we gotta turn off that extra, but that is an amazing extra, I will admit. Quite interesting.
Right. Treasure hunting time. We all here? Spanrats, Getmore, Pie, Flamgog. Oi! Flamgog! Anyone seen Flamgog? We ain't going anywhere till his sorry rump gets here.
So we need to go find... No, we need to dress up as that guy. Alright. That's another dress up quest. Fine. Where do we find the Great Goblin to purchase him? So we would need score times 10 is our next goal. Do they want me to go in here? Is that what it is? I think it is. Yep. Great Goblin purchased. Next quest. Let's go back to the blacksmith. when you have a fast travel in a game, you should be able to fast travel inside any building that's marked on the map. I think that is universally necessary. It's ridiculous that I can mark the blacksmith, but then I have to walk to it, then go in it and see a load screen, or potentially see a load screen, and then see a load screen to walk out of it again. I could save at least a little bit of time. The only reason I could see you wouldn't allow for that is if there was a reason you weren't supposed to be able to make it to the blacksmith, which that's easily fixed.
Times like this, I wish you could take my beard off.
Oh, so I have, I think, all the designs
Which of my
now.
lovely weapons is on the menu today?
Mithril booty blade. We'll start with that. I'm a little short on loot for some things.
I'm not insured.
So, but if I can craft everything else, except for maybe 1 or 2 items, and then run out of this building and get the loot I need, that might be doable. Feels like this minigame has gotten easier.
Haven't you?
Alright, hit
If you got the
B.
designs and the materials, I got the fortune.
Just keep on crafting.
Careful with the furnace, eh? I'm not insured.
I may not have as many red question marks as I thought I did. I'm guessing there's 1, maybe 2 hidden somewhere. It would be a little surprising if there was 4 or 5 that I haven't found. And it would be a little surprising if there weren't any, because I don't know what score times 10 is, and we still need that. Even though we have a multiplier of 384, we still need that score times 10 to...
Times like this, I wish you could take me
Okay,
beard
can't
off.
afford that one. So we'll be able to go through this list and figure out what
Careful with the
loot
furnace,
we
eh?
should buy.
I'm not insured.
Although, more than likely it's probably worth it just to get about 100 of everything. That will almost certainly be enough for the rest of this game. And it would only be 1,000,000, and we could
Nice
get 1,000,000
item,
pretty
mate.
fast. Mithril hammer hands. Somebody wanted those. Alright. Go away so I can hit B.
It's hot in here. Times like this, I wish you could take me beard
Mithril
off.
skull cap.
Careful with the furnace, eh? I'm not insured.
It's the same dialogue each time. Every single game needs to figure out, just have a dialogue play, then put it on a cooldown. Don't have it play again for at least a reasonable amount of time.
Pleasure doing business with you.
I mean, you don't need the feedback at all. We're already getting the visual feedback. Nobody's gonna play a video game. Well,
you've got the
very
designs
few
and
people are gonna
materials,
play a video game
I
without
got the
watching what they're
fortune.
doing. So I don't need to hear them say pleasure doing business with you. I don't need to hear them say be careful I'm not
Careful
insured.
with the furnace, eh? I'm not insured.
And I would have sworn that he had a second set of phrases, but I don't even think he does. It doesn't feel like it.
That's a thing of beauty, that is.
The mithril rhythm stick. There is a combination of like 3 things that you're supposed to put on,
If
I
you've got
think,
the
as
designs and
Gandalf.
materials, I got the
And that might be
fortune.
one of them. So I need all kinds of things for that one, all kinds of things for that. Carrots.
Pick me! Pick me! Quiet, you cheeky designs.
Let's see, that one, that one. So we need a little bit of everything. I would say just get everything up to 100, we should be fine. So now that we've crafted all of those, we also need mithril bricks though, so we need to do quests to do that. Or find mithril bricks.
Finally! I can be rid of this infernal trinket and its repugnant ability. Away with you, foul gem. Never darken my doorway again. Ooh, and I suppose I'll be taking that staff off your hands. Handy for finding horses, don't you know?
Poo studs was that one, alright. So, where do we go now? Travel here. We may need to go back to Rivendell, but I don't think I have time for it. It's been all of our extra time yet again to just run around and hit the forge things. Which way is it now? This way we go. So if score times 8 was 10 million, you can only assume that score times 10 is going to be at least more than 10 million, possibly something along the lines of 15 million, 20 million possibly. Where is it? Let's see. I see it on the map and it wants me to go down this way and go in here. Okay.
Yes, this is definitely Sir Mustaf. Thank you so much for retrieving
Sir
him.
Mustaf.
It. Did the thief put up much resistance? I certainly wouldn't want there to be any unpleasantness on my account. Well, maybe a little.
Another mithril brick collected. Seems like there's a couple of open. Let's go with this one now. I think that's new. Ooh, one purple stud just got me up to 13 million.
My home is a rather fabulous display of expert interior decorating, if I do say so myself. But there is one gloomy corner that I must brighten up, and only the light of a mithril candlestaff will do. Could you forge me one?
I may already have
Pay
that.
you handsomely.
No, I don't. Forge me one, I'll pay you handsomely. What does that mean? That's no indication at all what the red brick would be. Well, we've got this. Let's travel there and turn that one in. Desperately, we are looking for the score times 10. It's the only thing that really should get. It would be ideal to get it right now before we start the final level. Here. Set that as our destination and run this way.
That the mithril skulker? Huh, thanks. Put that thing on, and everyone shows up what they are inside. Just a whole lot of bones.
Oh, cool. So it turns everybody into skeletons.
About that.
So I had the mithril skull cap on. I'm talking to him. So mithril hearts just means I can take twice as much damage before I die, which really doesn't matter much. We have both of these now, so I suppose it makes sense to turn these in. But we still have quests to do. Unless there are red question marks that only show up in daytime, which I bet there are, then I haven't found score times 10 and it must be hidden behind some quest. We can see here I'm almost to 15 million. So as soon as I find it, I think I would have it.
You're a lifesaver, thank you. We should be able to finish the house in no time with these. And I promise to try harder not to build them into something this time.
Always loot diamonds for 1 million. Okay. And see if I could take diamonds that I looted and then turn them into actual studs. Like if there was some bank to it, that would make a lot of sense and be really useful, but it isn't. So I have really no reason. In fact, there's really no reason for those extras at all, because as long as you get the score multipliers, which you need to get anyways, you could always have bought loot, as long as that loot vending machine existed.
Ah, you brought me a mithril booty blade. Thank you. Now I can go clobber some of those pesky goblins and raise the funds for a new boat at the same time.
I don't know a place I could go with the booty blade though and really attack a constant amount of bad guys. Boss disguises. See, now that sucks because I'm not gonna get all the way to the I'm just not gonna make it all the way to the through the game, seeing all the boss disguises. That would be ridiculous. Well, it would give me an excuse to make one more recording, I guess, if I decided I'm just gonna play all the game through again, and we'll see what the boss disguises are, and in the middle of that I could also grind up and have all the elements I need to get to 10 billion. Alright, copper is going up to 100. Get this guy up to 100. Let's see, that one we already had 100 of. That one we have 200 of. This one we'll get up to 60, I guess. We'll get up to 60 here. I don't think these gems need to be as high. We'll get this one up to 60. Wood is 200. Leather is 400. Rope is 200. Stone is 500. Carrots, we'll get up to 100. Bread, we'll get up to a good amount. Meat, we got plenty. Fish, we'll get up to a good amount. And then one more copper to be sure, and then we're done. Good. Now, let's see. There's a quest over there. Before we wrap up for this recording, I want to find the campfire. Where are you, campfire? I mean, seriously, where are you? Should be right there. There you are. And change it to daytime. And see if there are any question marks that are only available in daytime, that red question marks in particular, that I could turn in. I have only one level that I really have a legitimate reason to play at all. But I just got boss disguises too, so if I wanted to see all these bosses in disguises, that would be a requirement to run around and do that. We can see that there are some characters for purchase that simply weren't there before. But there is a significant portion of moon symbols here. But there's another quest that I think could only have been done at that time. This seems like a new thing. This area we never really did our best in. Let's see. We could never find this other one, and we haven't crafted 2 left feet either. So if there is one red question mark that's doing daytime, it's just this one I'm going to right now. And it doesn't feel like quests really changed. So yeah, we are probably a lot closer to the end than I wish I was, and that's a weird statement to say. I guess in a lot of ways, even though this is buggy, I guess I'm still kind of having more fun with it than I should, because I do love the OCD grinding of LEGO games to an unhealthy amount. But yeah, I should, in all honesty, I should be having no fun at all. But I kind of wish there was a little bit more to get to that 10 billion limit. I kind of wish there was a little more to do in general.
Mate of mine, we call him John, knows nothing when it comes to snow. He thinks all it's good for is building snowmen and wooing the ladies. But if I
How do you woo the ladies with snow?
on me, I could demonstrate its true potential.
I already have that. Good.
I'll show you how to shrink down smaller than a hobbit.
I guess I don't have the mithril snow. I have it, but I probably haven't crafted it. So there's still a lot of running around to do, though. We're at 84.6%. We've got 83 of 98 characters unlocked, 149 of 160 mini kits. We have 5 mithril bricks left to use, but there's still 50 mithril bricks somewhere in this world, and that's really what's driving me crazy. We've got all 32 of the mithril diagrams. We have 13 out of 16 master burglars, which I imagine that means we're going to have to run into several levels, and that will give us an excuse to play with the disguises again, which I'll go ahead and turn them on anyways. Let's see. Always loot diamonds, always loot emeralds, always loot silver. No. Pooh studs, I'll turn it on, but we'll never use it. Mithril hearts, I'll turn it on. It'll help possibly a little bit, but not a lot. Boss disguises on. And score times 2, 4, and 6, and 8. We could have cheated at any point and put in the code. I guess that's worth mentioning. I would heavily recommend you do so. Look up the codes online, put them all in before you even start playing this game, and just run through it as fast as possible. Probably wouldn't speed up too much in actual gameplay time. You would still, if you wanted to do everything, have to play everything through story mode, everything through free play mode, and you would still need to do every quest that wasn't a red question mark quest. So you'd only eliminate 32 quests in the entire of what is probably somewhere around 250 quests. No, it's not 250. It's probably somewhere around 125 or something close to that. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.